evening, but on What's Brewing today, Leap, a full-stack international student mobility platform, has raised $65 million through a mix of primary and secondary equity. The round was led by Apus Growth Markets Fund 3 and Apus Global Growth Fund 3. Existing investors, including Owl Ventures, Jungle Ventures, and Peak 15 Partners, also participated in the round. Avendus Capital was an exclusive financial advisor to Leap and their shareholders in this round. Joining me now to discuss this further is Arnav Kumar, the co-founder of Leap. Arnav, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street. You know, first up, after this fundraise, what's the current valuation of Leap? Have you joined the Unicorn Club?
Thank you for having me on the show, Arundathi. I've been a fan of the show and great to be here. Obviously, it's a big moment for us. I think very happy with the fact that we have been able to secure this new round of financing. We have never shared our valuation publicly, internally or externally, so that's a metric that we don't talk about much. I think it's a metric that causes as much joy as it causes grief to companies. What we are very excited about and what I can share is since the last round of funding that we raised, we have now grown revenue 5x and we have turned EBITDA positive, which I think is a big milestone in our journey, and we are super excited about these numbers. And I think as valuation is a number that follows, we are very squarely focused on the top line and the bottom line. Very happy to have broken into this EBITDA positive club, which I think is a much bigger club than the unicorn valuation club.
So chasing that profitability mark, which is more important to you, but not letting us know whether you're in that unicorn club or not. But, we'll get into details of that in just a bit. But Leap is a full-stack international student mobility platform. So before we get into the numbers and all of that, if you could sort of share with us what it is, what your range of services are, which, includes test preparation, admissions, and visa counseling, as well as financial support, right, for all of these international student loans. So if you could take us through the kind of impact you've created for your students and which part of your business is seeing the most amount of demand?
Sure. So great question. Again, maybe I'll just give you a very quick brief on what we are as a platform, right? So we are the world's first full stack platform for global education. What it means that anything that a student needs, and we see like these millions of young students who have global aspirations now targeting a global career and a global education. What we offer to them is a full stack platform where they can come and get whatever they need in this journey. So for example, for a lot of them, the journey starts at the point of research. So we run the world's largest international student community. We have more than 2 million members registering with us every year. So that's where they come, talk to seniors, talk to peers, crystallize their goals, like which country, which course they want to go to. So that's the first part of our platform. The second part is obviously once they've formed up their decision, they start working with a college counselor or a college coach to maximize their chance of getting into the best university in the right stream, which offers whatever is in line with their career choices. So that's the second part of the platform. The third is obviously every student has to give an exam, right? It could be GRE, GMAT, or it could be one of the English sort of proficiency exams. So that's again something we offer on the platform. Students can come, prepare, get better at these exams, and ultimately take the exam. And then once a student has gotten into a university of their choice, we offer financing to these students because that's a big need in the market, and merit and means often don't go hand in hand. So we provide financing to these students, and then afterwards, like whether it's support with visa, accommodation, credit cards, debit cards, insurance, settling in a new country, job support there, all of that is provided by Leap as a platform. And we have taken a platform first online approach to this market, and we are seeing a lot of goodness coming out of that because we are now able to serve a very wide variety of students, right? So that's the journey of a student on the platform.
Right. So it's a full, like as you were pointing out, it's a full stack platform for, the entire journey of a student, essentially. So you've raised the $65 million. If you could quickly tell us, because we're running out of time, where will the funds go? If you could take us through what's new on the anvil and how big of a role will AI play?
Yeah, so absolutely. I think you're bang on. I think we are seeing this industry sort of transform with the use of technology, especially AI, because finally this is an information industry. Like we are helping students take career decisions by looking at from the millions of options they have of where they can study, university, course, and all of that, down to saying, hey, these are the 3 ones that you should really target, and how do you maximize your chances there? So we are seeing the information search costs drop rapidly as AI takes over. So that's one of the big areas of focus in the coming sort of 12 months is how do we use modern technologies, both generative AI as well as the ability of AI to make sense of a lot of data to make this easier for students and be able to cater to a wide variety of students across the world. So that's one key focus area. Secondly, since the last time we raised money, we have now entered 10 international markets. So going deeper into those markets and expanding in those markets where we are seeing humongous demand, that's the second sort of focus area. And then we have some opportunistic M&A opportunities that we are eyeing. So that's the third use of funds. So these are the three reasons why we sort of raise money, because operationally we are EBITDA positive. So
operationally, your EBITDA positive is what you're saying. So if you could take us through where your revenues are currently at, and how soon till you turn profitable, right, fully, and what's the revenue mix between the geographies and where do you hope for it to be?
Sure. So I think your first question is, where are we in terms of revenue? We are in late double digits, sort of $1 million in terms of revenue. And as I said, we have sort of turned EBITDA positive for FY24. This year, we will turn PAT positive. So that's the goal that we are chasing right now. We make sort of revenues come through both the student counseling business, the test prep business, and some freemium platforms so people purchase premium subscriptions, and the financing business. Then we have a value-added services business that I talked about, insurance and sort of Forex and a lot of that. And we also help universities market themselves to students. So this is how these are the four revenue lines that we have. And the big ones are obviously financing and the sort of counseling business. And today the revenue is sort of almost a little skewed towards the counseling premium sort of upsell and the university marketing business. But as over time, we expect financing and the counseling business to settle at a 50-50 sort of revenue share.
Right, absolutely. And, Arnav, final question before we let you go. You've served over 1 million students. What are students looking at studying in, and in which countries are Indian students eyeing? If you could take us through some trends that you've seen.
Yeah, no, so interestingly, every year the demand for global education sort of shifts. We are seeing some very interesting trends. One heartening trend is a lot of students are now diversifying beyond engineering and medicine. So we see a lot of demand for, courses in, for example, design. Design is a big one that's coming up. The popular courses like sort of computer science, and now AI, a lot of interest in AI related courses that's coming up. But in terms of your top geographies, we are seeing very, very strong. I think UK remains very, very strong in terms of demand. Ireland is growing very fast, especially for, digital jobs like digital marketing and design and all of that. Germany is one that has picked up really well in the last sort of couple of years. I think for a lot of engineering heavy courses, that's popular. And one that we are seeing a lot of demand for now this year is France. So I think US remains a strong, one of the largest geographies where Indian students go. So that market remains very strong. But we are seeing some new countries that I named: Ireland, France, Germany, UK, they coming up like very, very strongly in terms of student preferences. And in terms of streams, it's heartening to see students diversify beyond engineering and medicine and going into a bunch of these streams such as design, project management, luxury management, psychology. So we are seeing a lot of demand for courses like this.
Right. So lots of interesting trends that you're seeing over there. But Arnav, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. And we wish you all the best on this journey going forward.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me again. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
All right. Also,